Hey finders, and welcome back to Fortune Finds. Today I thought we would do a lip swatch video. You guys know these are my favorite kind of videos to film. So I'm giving you guys my top 10 transfer proof, mask proof lipsticks. They are ranging in a variety of prices. If you are interested in nude lip liners, I will go ahead and link a video up here that I recently uploaded. I got so much feedback from you guys that you guys loved that video, and I thank you guys so much for letting me know. I thought that I would just film this to inspire you guys to wear a mask and just remind you that just because we're wearing masks to keep ourselves and others protected, it doesn't mean that you cannot wear your favorite liquid lipstick. Wear a mask. Be responsible not only for your own safety, but for the safety of others, for the safety of your family, and keep a safe distance if you're going out. Before we do go ahead and get into it, I just want to remind you that if you're not yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you here on my channel, and also click the bell button next to it. This way you get a friendly reminder every time I'm uploading a new video here on my channel. It will not spam your email. You will not get a ton of emails from me. It's nothing like that. But you know, if you are watching my videos and you do find them helpful, I would love it if you would subscribe and also share any videos that you think would help out a friend. I am a really big product review channel. I love testing, trying out new things, and then reporting back to you guys, letting you know how I got on with them. So let's go ahead and hop into my mask proof nude liquid lipstick collection. All right, so let's go ahead and let's start off with the nude liquid lipstick that is currently on my face. I love Fenty Stunna paints. I have talked about this so many times here on my channel. This formula is my favorite liquid lipstick formula, and it's been my favorite since it came out, which has been what, like 2 years ago, I think? Wow, time flies. But this is, I think, my favorite shade from the Stunna collection. This is in the shade Unbuttoned. It is the nudist shade in the Fenty Stunna range. It's a very thin formula, very comfortable, will last you several hours, but just be a little bit mindful when applying this product because it is very runny. So if you go in and you put too much on your lips, it is going to run through the fine lines of your lips, and it's going to migrate outside of your lips, and it's going to ruin the lip shape. Take the wand out, press the wand up against the sides of the container to just get off any of the excess, and then when applying it to your lips, I would go into the center of your lips first, and then when there is very little product left over on the wand, I go ahead and go to the outer corners. Go there last, because if you go there first, it's thin, it's gonna move, so it will travel through the fine lines of your lips. I have pretty fair skin. I do have a tan now because it is summer. It can kind of like wash me out in the winter. The quick remedy would be to just line your lips with a lip liner that is 2 to 3 shades darker than this. This way it creates a little bit of contrast and it won't translate too light on your skin. They are very heavily scented. They really smell like paint. So if that is something that bothers you, I mean, I apply it, it dries down, I don't smell it anymore, but while applying it, it's very scented. So I do just want to make note of that in case that is something that bothers you. If you think that the Unbuttoned shade is a little bit too light for you, I did want to give you guys another option, a deeper option when it comes to the Fenty Stunna paints, just because these are my favorite liquid lipsticks. This is in the shade Uncuffed. This suits me whether I'm super fair or super tan. Either one, it looks really beautiful. I think if you are someone with a deeper complexion, this will look amazing on you as well. Last thing I want to note though is that these can be a little bit unforgiving. So if your lips are very dry and cracked, I would definitely use a lip scrub to just take off any of that dead skin. You really should be doing that with any matte liquid lipstick because they are the most unforgiving types of lipsticks, but with these especially, you should go ahead and do that. This wand is really amazing too. It's very small. It hugs the lips and it does a really great job of just getting in there and really outlining your lips. You don't necessarily really need a lip liner. I always like to line my lips just because I do like to overdraw them and change the shape of them, but you can easily line your lips with this wand. I thought I would show off my 2 favorite Bare Minerals liquid lipsticks. These are a much different kind of formula. I would say that this formula is more whipped, so it's definitely thicker. You don't need to really worry about it migrating as much as the Fenty Beauty ones. Very comfortable. They're a little bit cheaper than Fenty Beauty as well. I think this is my 3rd tube of Slay, just because this is like the perfect nude shade for me. The perfect nude shade really varies for everyone. It really depends on your skin tone, your undertone, but for me, I am fair-skinned, I have neutral undertones, and this is just a really gorgeous lipstick. I can really overline the crap out of my lips. I think my lips look pretty big for what they typically are. Lasts for hours and is very, very comfortable. You can buy these at Ulta, and I often wait for a sale. I think I got these for like 20% off. It's not like super purple, but it does lean a little bit more purple than the others that I have applied. A lighter, kind of more Barbie, kind of a little bit more nudie than the last one, but this is the Bare Minerals matte lipstick. Same formula in the shade Infamous. This Bare Minerals line just has really great shades for my complexion. These do take a little while to dry down because they are very cushiony, so I would give it like 10 minutes before going ahead and putting a mask on, but once they dry down, they will definitely stay put. Very, very comfortable. I do love the wand on this guy. It is very different than the Fenty one because it is just a simple flat wand. You can lay it on its side to really slather on that shade, and then you can go in kind of like this, like a pen, and really line your lips with it. These last two Bare Minerals shades do kind of match my lips a little bit, so as they do fade, which again, they last hours, so it won't fade you for a very long time, but as they do fade, at least for me, you know, it's not a big difference. It kind of does blend in, and these are very, very easy to take off. Now, I feel like you guys are either going to love this shade or hate this shade, but you guys know me. I love like a vibey, like a mood lip. I love a moody lip, like something that's a little bit moody. I really don't know how else to describe it, but this is the Makeup Forever Artist Liquid Matte Lipstick in the shade 105. I have been told in public, in real life, like that people have either really loved this shade or absolutely hated this shade. Yes, people have said that they didn't like my lipstick, but like in a very nice way. And guys, that is totally fine. I do not get offended. I don't get upset when you guys don't like things because makeup is all about preference and it's not that deep. I really like this shade. I think this shade personally looks better on me when I have a tan. It dries down darker on the lips than it looks in the tube, so it does look a little bit deceiving in the tube. This lasts a very long time. This will last me 4 hours before I need to reapply. This dries down pretty quickly, and I would say in terms of the formula, it is closer to the Stunna paints. It's more of a liquidy formula, but it's not as liquidy as Stunna. Let me know down below in the comment section, do you love this or do you hate this? I find that this is a very polarizing shade. In terms of the wand, it does have a little bit of a divot that helps to hug the lips a little bit better. This doe foot is kind of clothy. I don't know if you can see on here, but it's like a fluffier material. Would not line my lips with this because that fluff is gonna not create an even line across the board. It's gonna kind of make a bumpy line. Maybelline Vivid Matte Liquid Lipsticks, and I have 2 shades here. I feel like you can see a running theme. I always do like a lighter pinky shade and then like a darker brownie shade, you know? Let's do the lighter shade first. This is in the shade Nude Flush, and I really like the wand. It's very much similar to the Bare Minerals one, except it's really long. Like that is a very long doe foot. This is extremely similar to the Infamous by Bare Minerals, and that is why I included it in this video. So remember the Barbie pink one in the Bare Minerals in the shade Infamous. This is a drugstore dupe. So if you really love the Infamous shade, this one is really not that far off. Bare Minerals, and then this one is the Maybelline one on my lips right now, which is called Nude Flush. So they are the perfect dupes, like really great. Again, if you're a girl on a budget, you cannot go wrong with this shade. It is really nice. And I will say that the formula is very, very similar. These Maybelline ones are very whipped, so they have that like fluffy texture. However, these take a little bit longer to dry. I did say that the Bare Minerals take a minute to dry. These do as well. I would suggest waiting like 15-20 minutes. If you want to be super safe, like wait a half an hour before putting your mask on. They're pigmented, but it's like a little bit more sheer than the other ones. So I would say put 1 layer on, I would wait 10 minutes, let it dry, and then maybe put a 2nd layer on. However, this is so light that it's kind of forgiving. So if it does fade a little bit, it's gonna blend in with the natural pigmentation of your lips. You can wear this with a full face of makeup. You can wear this with no makeup at all. This wand does pick up a lot, so I do like to take off the excess. Peachier shade. This is in the shade Nude Thrill. I mean, I feel like peach is all the rage. I feel like peach is great year round. Extremely universal. So whether you have extremely fair skin or extremely dark skin, I think this is really going to look beautiful with your complexion. This is like a safer option than the first Unbuttoned one. Maybelline and Uncuffed. So if you were looking at the Uncuffed one and you were like, oh, I really like that shade, I like the concept of like a really, really light nude lipstick, but that shade is just like a little bit too much for me, Nude Thrill, the one on my lips right now, is a really similar option. A lot of people that I talk to that aren't as into makeup as me are always like, I don't understand why people need to have like 20 nude lipsticks. And they're like, it's all the same. And I always say this in all of my videos, especially when talking about anything nude, whether it's lipstick, liquid lipstick, liners. Okay, yeah, it's all the same, but different. So the Maybelline ones are a little bit more sheer, while the Fenty ones are more opaque, which is why it can kind of look a little bit intimidating. Now, these shades are extremely, extremely similar, but as you can see, Fenty dries down very thick and very pigmented, while this Maybelline one, you can see through it a little bit. Like you can see my skin poking through. So if you're ever intimidated by a shade, but you want to test the waters, my advice to you is to find a shade that is very similar, but doesn't dry down as thick, as opaque. I would say higher end liquid lipsticks usually dry down a little bit more opaque, which means that you cannot see the skin underneath, whereas drugstore liquid lipsticks are usually a little bit more sheer. A really great trick, I've had a lot of women, especially with red lipsticks, message me and say, hey, you know what? I really love like a red liquid lipstick, but it's a little bit too intimidating for me. I want something that's red and bold, but like a little bit less bold. And what I will say to them is to steer clear of liquid lipsticks. Find a bullet lipstick, so just a traditional lipstick. I would whip one out. Do I have one in front of me right now? No. Find a traditional bullet lipstick, or even find like a gloss that is red, and that will go on a little bit more sheer. It's really playing with texture, playing with opacity. And if there is a liquid lipstick that you absolutely love, whether it's red, green, yellow, whatever it is, you can always go ahead and decant it on the back of your hand. Take a brush, like a flat eyeshadow brush or a lipstick brush, whatever kind of brush you got, tap it in and then apply it with that brush, and that's really gonna thin out the formula and make it a little bit less intimidating. I hope you guys like that. And if you like hearing little tricks like that, do be sure to let me know and I will keep them coming. Although I find that I just ramble and go on into things because I love makeup. Morphe, another affordable option in the shade Virgin. Really great, affordable option. The only thing I'm gonna say about these liquid lipsticks is that the nuder, lighter shades in the Morphe range are not that opaque. So go in, do one layer, wait 5 minutes, and then go ahead and do a second layer. This formula is not super liquidy, but not cushiony. This is kind of like a hybrid. It's not cushiony, but it's not super liquidy. It's somewhere in the middle. I would say this is my least favorite formula. These are the stickiest out of all of the ones that I'm going to mention here today. If it was super sticky to the point where it was uncomfortable, I wouldn't be talking about it because I don't like liquid lipsticks that are very sticky, like when you put your lips together here. Like you can see that it stuck a little bit, but it wasn't like extremely sticky. These are pretty long lasting, very affordable. You can get them at Ulta. I feel like this is like a traditional doe foot. It's like small, has a little bit of an edge. I don't necessarily line my lips with this. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I always use a lip liner when I do my lips just because I am a lip liner addict. These dry down pretty fast, the Morphe ones. And I have to say, these are the hardest ones to take off, especially because I do put a couple layers on every time I wear them. Oh my God, is this dry? You shut up. I swear I wore this like a month ago and it's like dried out. What the hell? I'm a little annoyed with him, but I will give him a shout out just because we are here. Smashbox Always On liquid lipstick in the shade Fair Game. I think I've had this for like a year, and the fact that it is dried out now is a little bit of a letdown, especially because it is very expensive. This is a lipstick that I have to line my lips with because it can wash me out. Not as sticky as the Morphe one, but they are kind of sticky and they are unforgiving. So do make sure that you use a nice lip scrub before applying. And I really do like the doe foot. It's like a little flat doe foot, almost like a teardrop kind of shape. The Bonjour Creamy Lip Stain. Now, this takes a little bit while to dry down because it is creamy. If you are someone that just likes to throw on a lip, call it a day, go about your life, don't have to think about it, this is probably the best option for you. It is genuinely going to stain your lips. It will dry down to nothing and it will become one with your lips, and it will leave like a tinted tone to your lips. This is beautiful whether you have makeup on, whether you have no makeup on. I can wear this with a full face beat. I can wear this with no makeup makeup at all. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you did, then please be sure to let me know by leaving it a big thumbs up down below. Leave me some love in the comments. Let me know what are some of your favorite liquid lipsticks. What was your favorite shade that I applied on my lips today? Do you have any thoughts on the products that I used? Do you own any of them? Anything that you guys want to talk about, let me know down below in the comments section. I would love to talk to you guys. Make sure that you subscribe and ring the bell before you leave. I had a great time as always. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Remember to wear a mask when you're around other people, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, Finders. Mwah.